What's up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to VikToks, where we explore and react to some of the craziest content on the internet. I'm your host Vic, and this is episode 3, so we're actually starting to move along here. And there's some crazy stuff in this one too. So if you liked the others, this one's worse. I'm just gonna say that right now. But yeah, before we get into that, hey, if you like the channel, please subscribe, and if you like the video, smash that like button. And if you have anything to say or discuss, put it down in the comments, man. I'd like to, have some talks with you guys. So without further ado, let's get a tool.
Exposed to dark truth about money.
A flesh and blood body backs up the authority of this money. Now let me show you how. When you look at the front of the dollar bill, you will see on each side are serial numbers. If you look on the back of your social security card, you will see the numbers on the bottom. The numbers on the bottom are usually in red, represent your blood on the New York Stock Exchange. It represents your physical body.
Dang, that makes a lot of sense, I mean, scary, but it kind of adds up.
People who have been mysteriously killed after exposing the government. Part 1. Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi was a herbalist healer that had a natural cure for many diseases such as cancer, AIDS, and HIV. His remedies would shut down the pharmaceutical industry today. A cured customer isn't a customer. Stanley Meyer. Stanley Meyer invented the first water-powered car. He then had an interview with the car investors in a restaurant. He shortly died after the interview in front of his brother, telling him, "They've poisoned me." His inventions were eventually taken away. This invention would shut down many oil companies today. Joan Rivers was a comedian and actor in Hollywood. She was known for comedic insults on other celebrities. However, when she told reporters that Michelle Obama was really a man, she suddenly died a few days later.
Damn. Wait, Joan Rivers? Really?
And there's like a theory of like, it was about the monuments, the Lincoln Looker, the Washington Tower, and like the Statue of Liberty and all that. And it's like that there's these creatures inside of them, and like they feed on people and stuff like that. And people get like kidnapped and brought to these things, and they like power the underground systems of like what the top people got going on. Like, it's a crazy ass thing. Even though it's based on like an alternate universe, it fucked me up. Basically trying to say like it's not happening here. There can be very well certain parts to it or components that are true.
That's true. There's always like a nugget of truth in every theory, right? So there's something going on about that.
I tried to warn y'all.
Come on. Really?
Billy on vacation. More doors at the base of mountains.
Oh, shit.
Could it be any more obvious?
Ambulance. Huh. I need to look at those pictures a little better. That was wild. Yeah, go back and pause it if you want, but I'm going to do that on my own time and look at those a little deeper. Interesting stuff. Are you kidding me? That looks dark.
You need to hear this crazy conspiracy about iPhones. Have you ever thought about why an iPhone has its name? Some people think when Apple says I, it literally means I. iPhones are watching us, listening to us, and seeing everything we're doing. And some people have this link to the Illuminati. Don't believe me? What's Siri spelled backwards?
Iris. Damn, caught him.
This is Jimmy Savile, one of the worst pedophiles in world history. And let me warn you, this is a really disturbing story, so viewer discretion is advised. Jimmy Savile was an English DJ, radio and television personality, and a very, very famous entertainer. Jimmy came from practically nothing and became a superstar in England. When he was younger during World War II, he worked in coal mines, but he eventually started wrestling and then DJing, and that's where he really rose to fame. Now, people in England loved Jimmy Savile. During his illustrious career, he was knighted by the Queen herself, and he was known to be great friends with the royal family. He also hosted a number of huge British television shows like Top of the Pops, and he had his own kids show called Jim'll Fix It. And when Jimmy died in 2011, the country of England mourned him. They were really sad to see him go, but that's also when all of these accusations came out. And soon people knew the truth about Jimmy Savile, and he was not a good guy. When Jimmy was alive, he was known to be charitable, and he worked at hospitals and volunteered his time helping with sick kids and young adults. But this is how he got access to his victims, by acting like the nice guy. And in his time on Earth, Jimmy Savile sexually abused over 400 kids and young adults. He would literally seek out children in their weakest states when they were in the hospital recovering from operations, and that's when he would abuse them. But something that I find extremely disturbing about this whole story is that everybody around Jimmy Savile knew that he was a pedophile, but no one was reporting it. In the hospitals that he volunteered at, nurses would literally tell the children to act like they were asleep when Jimmy was around because they feared what he would do to them. Friends of Jimmy's would make jokes about him being a pedophile in their comedy routines. Even powerful people at the BBC knew that Jimmy Savile was sexually assaulting children, hundreds of children, but they did nothing. You see, he was worth too much. He was too valuable to them. And they needed him to make as much money for them as possible. One particularly gruesome and sick thing that emerged about Jimmy Savile after he died was that he used to go to the morgue in these hospitals, and he would actually have sex with dead bodies. He would also move the bodies around in the morgue, pose them, and take photos of them laughing while he was doing this. And one nurse even reported watching Jimmy Savile wheel around the dead body of a 4-year-old child in a stroller. Yeah, this guy was incredibly twisted, and he affected so many people's lives. And another sad part of this story is that Jimmy Savile never really had to face any sort of repercussions for his actions while he was alive. When he died as a beloved public figure, somebody that people looked up to and adored. But behind closed doors, Jimmy Savile was a sexual deviant, a pedophile, and just a horrible human being.
Never forget this moment.
Yep.
He exposed them live on television.
That's right, finally, viewers all across the country will get the answer to their most burning question. Are the Illuminati real? And if so, why haven't I been invited? Garfield, where are you? I know you know. I know you know.
That didn't look like he was joking. Like, that looked like he was straight up saying, shut the fuck up. Like, straight up. Like, he was like, ha ha ha, shut the fuck up. Oh, what the fuck? Whoa, that was crazy. Oh my god, that's creepy.
Now this video was posted 3 years ago. Now I'm not gonna say what I really want to say because TikTok will take me down for integrity and authenticity. But all I'm gonna say is, it's not a coincidence.
The Pentagon is using high-altitude balloons to conduct surveillance tests in the Midwestern states of South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, Missouri, and Illinois, according to documents from the Federal Communication Commission. The Guardian reports the surveillance balloons are carrying small satellite-like vehicles with synthetic aperture radars, sensors, and communications equipment. The surveillance balloons travel at altitudes of up to 65,000 feet and are used to track vehicles via the synthetic radars in all kinds of weather. The Guardian reports that the balloons use an advanced mesh networking technologies, which allows them to share data and communicate with one another.
Huh. Okay. I don't think I'm going to say what I wanted to say either, because I'm a fairly new channel and I don't want to get squashed like a little bug. But doesn't this seem familiar? Like, you know.
The darkest conspiracies in the world.
Oh boy.
The Mandala Effect. A theory that suggests that our current reality has somehow been shifted into an alternate universe. Such evidence includes things like the Berenstain Bears being Berenstain Bears, fruit of the loom, with and without the cornucopia. Even the memory of Mandela dying in prison back in the 1980s versus 2013. Supposedly created by the CIA as a psyops. Are we really in an alternate reality?
Huh. You know, I'm going to be honest, like the Berenstain Bears one kind of caught my attention because I vaguely remember it being a different way. Now, the Fruit of the Loom thing, I don't know anything about. And the Nelson Mandela thing, I don't know. I'd have to actually do some more research. But I had saw the Berenstain Bears things a while back, and it tickled something in my brain. But I think I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole, so I just chose not to.
There's underground civilizations on this earth who are very advanced. They've got a whole world down there that we don't know anything about. A lot of people don't even want to believe that. But they have their own sun, they have their own oceans, they have everything underneath the planet. But we were taught that it's really hot inside, it's a molten iron, the center of the earth, and the further down you go, the hotter it gets, so how could anybody live down there? Nah, it's not possible, it's all a fairy tale, you see. But if you want to believe that, what our scientists know is only a smidgen of the totality of what knowledge exists.
Huh, you know, I've heard this a few times, and I mean, it would be cool. I mean, you'd just have to dig, I guess, to find out, but that would take, forever to do it, like, on a personal scale. People like Elon Musk could do it, but, you never know if he's in their pockets or anything.
The final polo match was held in Windsor this weekend, with the monarch herself in attendance, despite sporting an extremely bloodshot left eye. Close-ups of the Queen showed the infected eye. However, Buckingham Palace remained tight-lipped over its cause.
Check out 9-year-old Nathan, who was meeting.
Yo, that don't look bloodshot. That looks black. Like, solid black.
Queen Elizabeth yesterday. You see, he's gonna look at his face. He looks petrified.
That kid right in the middle there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here comes the Queen. Let's just watch this happen.
Ceremony for us today. This is our adoptive son.
Oh yeah, they say, they say children, like little children, can sense, evil. Yeah, he don't want no part of that. Well, there you have it. Another horrifying experience that may potentially scar you for life. But hey, thanks for watching. Remember, if you liked the video, hit the like button. And if you want to see more of this, hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell so that you can be notified as soon as I launch a new video, which should be pretty soon. We'll see. Bye-bye.